So let's continue on with synthetic division. Okay, we're gonna do 6 tomorrow. That'll probably be like 2 days, and then we'll have a review Monday, like quiz Tuesday. I think that's what we decided on, something like that, right? Is that what I decided? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's gonna be like quiz Tuesday, and then we'll move into 6, 7 after that, and then go from there. Yeah. Yeah, probably. But I think 6.6 might be due like the next week. So I'll try not to stack too much. All right. So synthetic division, I think we're all kind of in agreement that synthetic division is pretty easy. It is abstract. There's not like a lot of variables in it. Okay, you have to understand what's going on, but then it's pretty straightforward. Synthetic division, Hannah, only works when you're dividing by a linear term, okay? Like k or x minus 4 here. So let's go ahead and set up our synthetic division in the box. Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Oh, so we didn't do the one below it?
No.
Okay. So here, let's set it up, okay? So it says x plus 4, so I'm gonna put in the box a minus 4. And then I'm going to write 1, 3. Now notice I'm missing my linear term, my x term, so I'm going to go ahead and put in 0 and then minus 1. I'll go over that in a second. So I draw my line and I make my box for the remainder. Okay, remember it's minus 4 because it's where x plus 4 equals 0. Okay, so when does x plus 4 equal 0? When x is negative 4. Long story short, Cody, the way you can remember is it's always opposite whatever number that is, okay? So I put in a minus 4, then the 1 dropped down, and then the problem started. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. 3 plus negative 4 is negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 1, or negative 4 times negative 1 is 4. 0 plus 4 is 4. Negative 4 times 4 is negative 16, and then my remainder is negative 17. So my answer would be x squared minus x plus 4, and then I would write plus negative 17 over x plus 4. Zero is there because there is no linear term. Okay, don't forget you have to take into account all of the terms. Okay, so if one is missing, we have to put that in there. Okay? Any questions with that?
Does it always start on like x?
No, it could be like this one. Well, it'll be x squared. We just haven't done anything above x cubed. It could be like x to the 4th, and then you just have more numbers.
For the next one, you have to put a 0 in if there's no x.
No, it's just, so great question. So Hannah here, notice we're starting at x cubed. So we're looking at all the ones less than x cubed. So we're looking for x cubed, x squared, an x term, and then a constant term. In the next one, we're starting at x squared. So we're looking for an x squared term, a linear term, or an x term, and then a constant. Does that make more sense to you, Hannah?
Yeah.
All right. So for this one, negative 6 goes in the box, then it's going to be 1, 5, and negative 6. The 1 drops down. Negative 6 times 1 is negative 6. 5 times or plus negative 6 is negative 1. Negative 6 times negative 1 is 6. And we get 0. So my answer would be x minus 1. All right. This tells me that x plus 6 is a factor, and the remaining polynomial is x plus 1. You okay? Or minus 1, sorry. Thanks. All right. Why don't you guys try number 3? Hansi, do you need a highlighter to write in? My highlighter not good enough? It's the school's resources. You done that one already? Kaylin, is that what you got? All right. So we learned that x plus 3 is a factor, and the remaining piece is x squared minus x minus 3. Okay? You guys all right with that? Mike, you okay? So.
What does it mean by change?
Okay, so you remember how when I was talking to Cody a little earlier, I said x plus 3, okay, it's when that equals 0, and I said, go ahead and solve that, and you'd get minus 3. So the way they talk about it in generic terms is x plus k. So what they're saying is change the plus k to a negative k, but do you see how, when I was talking to Cody, I said, or the other way to think about it is just take the opposite of that number, because that's what it's trying to tell you in generic terms. Okay, good question though. Jay, you all right? Okay. So with 6.5, I think we can see the difference between long division and synthetic division. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to do long division for the same problem, just to see the difference in it. Okay? You don't remember long division? All right, I'll help you with long division. So long division is literally an old school division problem. So we have an x minus 1 outside. Then we have x cubed minus x squared minus 2x plus e on the inside. Notice I have x cubed, x squared, x, and my constant term. Everything's kind of like filled in. With long division, it's all about making the first terms like match up. So I want to make an x into an x cubed. So how do I do that? Well, I do that by multiplying by x squared. X squared times x is x cubed. X squared times -1 is negative x squared. And then I subtract. X cubed minus x cubed, that cancels. Negative x squared minus negative x squared, that cancels, right? So this whole thing became 0. Agreed? Bring that down. And I can bring that down. Because I had like 2 parts to my equation, right? So I didn't just have to bring down that negative 2x. I just brought down the negative 2x and plus 8 because I have an x and a -1. Now remember, it's all about making the first term the same. So how do I make an x and negative 2x? By multiplying by -2. -2 times x is negative 2x. -2 times -1 is +2. And I subtract, so -2x minus -2x, they cancel. 8 minus 2, well, that's going to be 6. So this would be +6 over x minus 1. So that's my answer. Because that's what I'm dividing by. So there will be some times where you cannot use synthetic division. Okay. So if I wanted you to do long division for a problem, okay, I say just divide, and I didn't really care which method you were doing, but I secretly wanted you to do long division. This term, Hannah, would be like x squared minus 1. And then you couldn't do synthetic. Okay. So you would have to use the long division. All right. So there's going to be questions where I'm going to say, I need you to use long division. And there'll be questions where I say like, hey, it's cool to use synthetic division. You can use that. All right. Jake.
How did you get the negative two at the top?
Negative 2 times x gave me the negative 2x to cancel that out.
So like, how did you get to at the top?
That
Oh, wait, yeah.
x squared times x gave me x cubed.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So Hannah's synthetic division only works when this is linear. Okay. So if it's like anything other than like, you know, x plus something or x minus something, we can't do. All right. All right. So let's use synthetic division. All right. So that's my answer. Let me see if I can move this to the side. All right, the synthetic division, we're gonna put a 1 in the box. That's changing it from like k to negative k, Carolina, okay? And then we have 1, -1, -2, and 8. The 1 drops down, 1 times 1 is 1. All right, add the 2, that's 0. 1 times 0 is 0. All right, that's -2. 1 times -2 is -2. Add, that's 6. X squared minus 2 plus 6 over x minus 1. See the difference in work? It is. Okay. Nancy, you okay with that?
Yeah.
All right. So Hannah, I like synthetic division. I do synthetic way more than I do long division. But like I said, there's just times where we can't do it. Okay. So whenever you have the option, feel free to use synthetic, then we can go from there. All right. So like notice the directions on these just say, find this, Hannah.
Yeah.
I'm using synthetic because I can. Leah, is that okay with you? All right, try these two. All right. Don't fall into a trap.
Wait, what about the two?
Whichever one you want. I was just saying where we're at. Oh. Isaac, you okay with this? Pretty good question. that what you got? All right. And is that what you got? Now notice for this one, it wasn't 1 that dropped down, it's 10, right? It's 10, it's whatever this number is, dropped straight down, so it was 10. Okay? So now it's 1 times 10. 5 plus 10 is 15, 1 times 5. Oh yeah, -1. So that would be -10, and then well, we get -5, then it's -1 times -5 is 5, so that's 9. -1 times 9 is -9. It's 9. -1 times -9 is 9. You get 0. So the answer would be what? 10x to the third minus 5x squared plus 9x minus 9. There you go. Yeah. Sorry. I wrote the wrong thing up. Any questions with this? No questions? Cody, you okay with that? You sure? Little thing I found interesting with this, okay? See this 2? See how we're doing synthetic division with 2, right? Plug 2 into that. In other words, replace x with 2. What do you get? So it's 2 cubed, Lance. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. What's 7 times 2? What's 8 minus 14? Close. -6, right? 8 minus 14 is -6. What's -6 minus 6? Huh. Right? So, yeah, there you go. Any questions? No questions? All right. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys the rest of the time to work on this WebAssign instead of going on. So let me hit stop.